Hey guys, now we're down here in the lab. I'm going to be showing you guys how to test a power supply on this video. I'm going to show you why. Hear that noise? The bearings in this power supply's fan are dying. Now since the bearings are going bad, odds are good the rest of this power supply is probably on its way out. It's a real cheap little power supply if I remember correctly. So let's go ahead and open this case up and see what we got. Start out by removing the two screws. I want to slide the case panel off. Yep, it's just a Logisis. So we're going to use this power supply tester here to go ahead and test this. Now before we actually hook this up, we're going to flip the switch off, hit the button, make sure all the power is drained out of here. Take the 4-pin connector for the CPU, put it into the CPU 4P connector slot. Take the main power supply out. This is a 20 plus 4 pin, just like so. See, we got a Molex hookup here, so we'll just disconnect one of these so we can hook that up there. We'll flip our switch back on. We can push and hold our button, and our 3.3 volt is running high. So we'll flip the power supply back off, tap the button to discharge it. We'll want to go ahead and disconnect all the rest of our cables, all of our power cables here, and our SATA hookup here. Go ahead and disconnect everything. See, this is for the fan over here. We'll leave it. Make sure everything disconnected. Alright. Next up, we'll go ahead and pull. Oh, look at this. It's missing a screw. It's missing 2 screws. I hate shoddy craftsmanship. Normally we would remove 4 screws. Instead, we're only going to be removing these 2 up here, as these 2 are not installed. We'll take our power supply, wiggle it out. So there we are. There's the old one. Alright, so installing a new power supply, fairly straightforward. This is our intake fan here, so we will go ahead and make sure that it's pointing down. Get our cabling all slid up into place. So now we'll screw down our 4 screws. Don't need to torque them down crazy. They don't require a whole lot to hold down. Now before we actually power this up, I like to run it through my tester just to make sure everything's okay. No point in killing a motherboard if it turns out there's something wrong with this thing. We can even hook up our PCIe 6-pin hookup, make sure that it's working fine. You see everything is A-OK. 3.3 volt right on the money, 12.1 volt, 5.1 volt. Can't even hear it. It is moving air, but you can't even hear that power supply. Very happy with that. Now we're ready to go ahead and complete the installation to the motherboard. Now in this case we won't be using the 6-pin PCI Express as there's no video card in here. It's you know, like I said, my grandmother-in-law's system. So I'm just gonna kind of pack that up in there. I'm not gonna worry about doing anything super fancy as far as cleaning up the wiring or anything goes. I just wanna make sure everything's in its proper place. Plug up the main hookup for the motherboard. Go ahead and get our Molex connectors here. It's got 3 of them, of which I will only need 2. Since she does have a floppy drive, I will be using the little floppy drive adapter here. So I'll take our 3rd Molex connector. I'm going to go ahead and put our fan back in line. I'll plug up her floppy drive. 4-pin, of course, for the motherboard itself. Again, just making sure to keep the wiring all out of the way of hitting anything else. Just run it right up along the side. And I like that we've got plenty of SATA connectors. We've actually got 2 more Molex here. And then we've got a total of 4 SATA connectors. More than enough for most of your regular computer systems. So we'll get the hard drive hooked back up. Alright. Set everything off to the side. And now we should be ready to power it up. This fan here is definitely on its way out. I'll have to replace that at some point too. At this point, the last thing we've got to do is take the side of the panel and get it back on. Alright, I'm going to go finish bolting this guy back together. There you go, replacing a power supply, testing it out. Very easy stuff. No need to take it down and spend $200 at Geek Squad when you can take care of it yourself for 40 bucks. I'm going to see if I've got a spare fan I can throw in there for that one, because I know that bearing's definitely on its way out too. So I hope this video helps you guys out. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Think about subscribing. Let me know what I can do better for you guys. If you guys got any requests or anything you'd like to see, let me know. I'm always in the lab and in the workshop taking care of things. Thanks for watching.